The smile on my face, you cannot wipe off the smile. You cannot wipe the smile off my face. Right now, there is nothing you can do or say to wipe the smile off my face. Manchester United, last minute winner. Like back in the days, you don't know how good that feels. You have no idea how good that feels, man. Like I could literally hug and kiss every single player on that pitch right now. 3-2 against Manchester United. We did it. We've beaten Tottenham and Man United in the same week. A comeback victory as well, man. A comeback victory. We've come from behind. I had celebrated for a couple of minutes. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me, but let me just keep talking because what a victory that is. That is a statement victory. When it got to the 90th minute, around the 88th minute, I was like, a draw will still put us 3 points ahead of Man City with the game in hand, it could be 6 points, blah blah blah. But I was like, it won today, this would be a statement victory, like, because they'll still say, we beat you at our place, we still came to your place and drew, blah blah blah. I wanted a statement victory. That VAR check, that was the longest 2 minutes of my life. Like, it would have been so hurtful if that goal was disallowed. So hurtful. Remember what I said yesterday? If you're in the stream yesterday, just remind me what I said. Someone here commented and said, you need to start Trossard ahead of Nketiah. And what was my answer yesterday? You do not drop a player who's on form. He scored 2 goals today. Never, ever disrespect him again. Never, ever disrespect Nketiah again. We've beaten them. We've beaten Tottenham at the Emirates Stadium. We've beaten Liverpool. We beat Manchester United. We beat Tottenham. It feels so good, man. 3-2 victory over Man United. That puts us 11 points ahead of them. That takes us back 5 points ahead of Man City with the game in hand. I am absolutely buzzing, man. I'm absolutely buzzing. What a victory. A last-minute victory doesn't get any better than that, man. Like, what a season to support Arsenal, man. What a season. That was very exciting. That was a very exciting victory. Man, I'm so happy. Let me just hear what Nketiah and Saka have to say. I love these two guys, man. What a performance. Yes, Shaw played well for them in bits, a few parts, but Saka, my goodness, what a player. What a freaking player. What a freaking player. We'll get to the match reaction. We'll get to every single detail of the game. Let's just try and calm down a bit because I am sweating. I'm absolutely happy, man. Like, I'm so happy. What a victory. What a victory. Tottenham, this January is supposed to be so hard for us. Newcastle, Tottenham, Man United, all these guys. We drew Newcastle and beat everyone else. That is absolutely superb. The Arsenal that we have this season, having to come back from behind. Man United scored fast, no problem. We can come back from behind and win that game. And to go, did you see the last 20 minutes? Man United, they basically did not touch the ball for the last 20 minutes. That was absolute domination. The last 20 minutes, it was just Arsenal possession after Arsenal possession after Arsenal possession. They were basically defending. They brought in Fred for Anthony basically to defend because they were super scared of those last 20 minutes. That's how good it was. And Nketiah, Saka's been given man of the match. I don't care who's given man of the match. All of them played really well. But that 20 minutes, when you come to the Emirates Stadium, so many positives once again. The first 5 minutes, Man United could not get the ball. As always, Arsenal start the games very quickly. But this time, we didn't manage to get the goal. But in the last 20 minutes, that is the new Arsenal. Usually, against these bigger teams, you're like, you know what, a draw is not that bad. 2-2 is okay, 1-1 is okay. This Arsenal for these days, no. We have to beat Man United. We are playing at home. We have to beat them. Like these days, whoever we are playing, we have to win that game. Even when Man City come to our place, we will be going to win that game. Oh my God, I'm so happy, man. Like, I feel like crying literally, man. Like this, what a season, man. What a season. Mikel Arteta as well. Big ups, man. I saw people saying, why is he not bringing on subs, blah, blah, blah. Give them time. Give them time. Martinelli wasn't playing that badly. Trossard came on, enjoyed the last 15 minutes. Guys, I want you to put respect on Nketiah's name. As I said, if you're just joining, yesterday someone told me, bring in Trossard and drop Nketiah. And I told them you cannot drop Nketiah. He's been absolutely superb for us since Jesus' injury. And why drop him? Did you see that header? That was a magnificent header. And the second goal, the last minute goal, that was just instinct because the ball was passing so quickly and he just put his leg there and it's a goal. Offside, you worry about the offside later. You score the goal and you worry about the offside later. Nketiah brace. And I saw my United's previews and everything, Man United fans. And I remember a comment that I read yesterday, and I was like, I cannot wait for the game tomorrow. A Man United fan yesterday wrote, we need to worry about Saka and Martinelli. Nketiah will not really do anything. And I was like, these guys disrespect this guy so much. I was like, I cannot wait for this game tomorrow. And he scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals against their team. Title pretenders. Man United are going to win the Premier League title. title pretenders. 11 points clear of them. That victory always feels good against Man United, and we keep our record going at the Emirates Stadium. We've beaten them again. They never win at our place, and it keeps on going and going and going. And we scored 3 goals once again. We scored 3 goals once again. It would have been a nightmare if they scored a third or even a draw, because I was not really happy conceding a corner from Lisandro Martinez is like 3 feet. I did not love conceding a corner from him. That was terrible. But I look at it again. But the energy we had the last 20 minutes, everyone, man, Saka, Zinchenko today. Can you guys tell me which position Zinchenko was playing today? Because I saw him in an attacking midfield position. I saw him in a defensive midfield position. I saw him as a right winger. I saw him as a left winger. There's even a time he was shooting the ball inside the box. Zinchenko was absolutely incredible today. I know he gave away the ball a couple of times, but in terms of positioning, how many positions Zinchenko was playing today, how many times he was winning the ball that last 20 minutes. Literally, McTominay was clearing the ball. Zinchenko takes it back. They cleared the ball. Partey takes it back, gives it to Martinelli. They clear the ball. Trossard has it. They clear the ball back to an Arsenal player again. Domination. They literally had to bring on defenders and defensive midfielders to take care of their defense to get the draw. They were happy with the draw. That is a huge compliment to our team. Usually teams would come to our place and beat us. I remember those days very well, guys. That is one reason I hate them. I remember those days very well when Rooney, Jason Park, and Nani and Anderson used to come to our place and they scored 3-4 goals. Those used to be painful days. So that is why we celebrate these victories a lot, man. I'm watching the goal again. This was Trossard who got the ball. He gave it to Zinchenko. Zinchenko actually had a role to play for the goal. Odegaard with another assist to Nketiah. Fantastic, man. Zinchenko was brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. What a victory. Let's get to the match reaction. Let me know how you guys feel. Who was your man of the match? How confident are you now that you're going to win the title? Are you even more confident now that you're going to win the title? Now, I'm very confident now. Very, very confident. 100% confident. Like, we are beating all these teams. We are winning games. You're scoring last-minute winners against Man United. The last-minute win I remember against Man United, or I think it was Thierry Henry or something. That was like our first game at the Emirates Stadium. I think that was the last time I remember scoring a last-minute goal against Man United to win the game. I remember there's a time I think Gallas or Walcott did it as well. But since 2007-8, I don't think we've ever scored a last-minute goal at home against them. That feels so good. The crowd energy these days at the Emirates, fantastic. Every time an Arsenal player has the ball, the cheers. Every time a Man United player has the ball, fantastic, man. What a victory. Let me show you something else as well. These days, Arsenal don't get bullied. And look at Gabriel. This is the Arsenal we want. Look at Bruno Fernandes, scared to death of Gabriel. That is what we want to see. You come to our place. You do not come to our place to enjoy your football. No. You come to the Emirates Stadium to be dominated, to be bullied. Every word you can think about, you come to the Emirates and everything happens to you. Fantastic. That is the kind of thinking. We also don't lose our heads. We also do not lose our heads these days. We don't get silly records in this game. And I tweeted before halftime and I said today, I feel like Ben White will be taken off early because he was on a yellow card and had another foul after that. And Mikel Arteta as well made the correct decision and brought in Tomiyasu for Ben White at halftime because Ben White was in danger of getting a red card. Fantastic. Show fouls our players 5 times. Mikel Arteta gets booked, no problem. You're still going to dominate you at home, even though the referees are not on our side. Fantastic victory. I did not expect that VAR goal to stand. It never does for Arsenal. But today, fantastic, man. It stood for us. And all of a sudden, I love VR. I think VR is the best thing to ever happen to football all of a sudden. Fantastic, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying before I get to the match reaction. David, how are you? Ubong, how are you as well? Thomas, how are you? Lee, how are you? Jonathan, how are you? Kibule, how are you? Mester, how are you as well? Continental, you guys, appreciate you guys being here. Let me know what you made of the game, and let's get to the match reaction. Oh, man, I'm breathing so heavily, man. We've just beat Man United and Tottenham in the same week. That feels so good, man. That feels so freaking good, man. That feels so good. So let's get to how our team lined up and then go through what happened and everything. So this was our squad for today as usual. All of a sudden, what catches your eye right away? Our bench. Our bench all of a sudden looks good all of a sudden. With just one player. You just add one player and all of a sudden your bench looks good. I was looking at our bench, I was like, Trossard, Smith Rowe, Fabio Vieira, Tomiyasu, Tien. This is good. We can actually bring on 5 quality players from the bench. That is what we want to see. But our squad, Ramsdale, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White, Zinchenko, Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Nketiah, Martinelli. As always, fantastic squad. Please never ever again tell me that Nketiah should be dropped to the bench. He's done well. You don't just say that because you don't like Nketiah. He's been playing well. He was probably one of our man of the man of the match against Tottenham last week. He played fantastic. And today, that first half, Nketiah was incredible. Pressing the headers that is on screen right now. That was a fantastic header, fantastic cross from Xhaka. Believe in your players. Ed Nketiah has changed. Now I'm even starting to get right for Jesus. When Jesus comes back, he might find Trossard and Nketiah very good, and he might not even play. That is the kind of competition you want in the Arsenal team. So that was our squad for today, as usual, 4-3-3. Let's attack them. Xhaka, Odegaard, Partey in midfield, probably the best midfield in the Premier League right now. And then for Man United, not that we care about them, title pretenders, but their squad today was De Gea, Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Wan-Bissaka. I think Wan-Bissaka did well for them. Eriksen, McTominay, Bruno, Rashford, Weghorst, and Anthony. I was surprised Weghorst stayed on for the entire game. Make sure to hit the like button as well. We just beat Man United, and then their bench was weaker than ours, so that was huge positive as well, positive fact as well. Their bench had youngsters and defenders and everything. So as usual, I think I predicted Arsenal to win. I think I went for 3-1. I'm usually very confident these days. Sometimes I even feel like we are a bit cocky because sometimes I feel like we're too overconfident. But no, this is how we are playing, guys. We are playing such good football, like. I'm expecting us to win every single game. Like, even if we were playing Bayern Munich today, I'd be like 4-1 Arsenal. Like, that's how confident I am these days. The first 5 minutes of that game, I think we had like 4 corners. Like, that is how quickly we start the game. And I was really happy with that. You come to our place, you get dominated right away. Fantastic. We won a couple of corners. Martinelli was looking sharp. Saka was looking sharp. I need Saka to be given a contract right now. That is a fantastic player, man. Absolutely fantastic. Saka, oh my goodness, what a player. Like, that is one that is, I think that is the best thing our academy has ever done. Maybe, yeah, I don't think there's anyone else, man. Like, I know he produced a lot of talents over the years, but Saka, literally, this is like his 3rd, 4th season for Arsenal. Fantastic. So they're showing something on screen last season, or the invincible season, 2003, 2004. By this stage of the season, we had won 13 games. Right now, we have won 16. So we are doing better than we did in 2003, 2004. A season we went unbeaten. In terms of goals, in terms of points, in terms of league position, in terms of games won, absolutely fantastic, man. What a season we are having. So we didn't get a shot. We didn't get a goal anyway in the first 10 minutes. And the game kind of cooled down. I was a bit worried that it could end up like the Newcastle game, because Newcastle came to our place, defended for the first 20 minutes, and we couldn't get a goal after that. And then the worst thing happened. Rashford got a goal. I was screaming at my screen, do not let Rashford get a goal, because that he's the only reason why they beat us at our place. Rashford, the pace in behind. And it was a Thomas Partey mistake, and he actually went past him once again. And the moment he got into that position, I was like, oh, no. I did not say no. I actually cursed, but I'm not going to curse here. But I was like, this is bad. This is bad. And he scored. He ended up scoring, and that was the worst start. That was the worst possible thing to happen, because them scoring fast, they could just defend. Like, they were even wasting time with we were 1-1. They were wasting time in the first half, taking time to take their free kicks and everything. But the Arsenal of these days, guys, we are built different. We are absolutely built different. You score fast at our place, it doesn't matter. Especially the Emirates Stadium. We've not lost there like for 10 months. You not come to our place and dominate us at all. No. The response that we have these days, whether we score fast and the other team equalizes, we very quickly get another goal back. Or if they score fast, just like we did against Fulham at our place, we can get 2 goals from behind. These days, we do not lack goals at all in our team. I'll show you an incredible stat a bit later. But that cross, we actually had another corner. So that corner, we took it short. The goal that we scored fast, it was a short corner. I was like, no, put the ball in the box. And we actually passed it around. We passed it all the way to the right side and then all the way back to the left side. And I was like, we've wasted the corner. And no, even our set piece coach, he knows what he's doing. The passing we had between Zinchenko and Odegaard and the ball to Xhaka, that Xhaka cross, guys, can you believe it? Like, Xhaka is actually doing several things right. Like, Xhaka has 5+ assists this season. That cross for him and that finish from Nketiah that you can see on screen, fantastic header, man. Absolutely fantastic. I was buzzing, not because we had just equalized against them, but because it was Eddie Nketiah who scored. I know how much he needs it. We know how much he needs the goals, because as I said, right now, if Jesus comes back, you're not sure if he's going to right away start right away because Nketiah is doing well. I'm also watching the Saka goal back. Absolutely fantastic. We'll come to that. 1-1, right? And that was how many minutes right after they scored? That was 7 minutes after they scored. We equalized right away because if let's imagine the game would have gone all the way to the 40th minute being 1-0, then you start getting a bit nervous and worried. But scoring right away, it's like the game is 0-0 once again, and you can keep on creating your chances. Now, let me show you guys our stats. Make sure to hit the like button. We just beat Man United. If you don't hit the like button, you're a Man United fan. We are top of the table. Let me show you guys these stats from Squawka. I think it's Squawka. This season, 4 Arsenal players have provided 5+ assists in the Premier League already. Bukayo Saka has 5+, Jesus has 5+ assists, Odegaard as well, and Granit Xhaka has more than 5 assists as well. In 2020-2021, Willian had 5 assists the entire season. He was our top assister that season. Willian with 5. Literally, the whole season, Willian was our top assister with 5 assists. This season, we are in January, and 4 of our players already have 5+ assists. I think Bukayo Saka has almost double-figure goals. Jesus as well. Odegaard is scoring goals. Martinelli is going to be added on that list very soon. I think he might be like on 4, 3 or somewhere there. That is a fantastic start. That means we're not depending on one player. No. Saka is scoring and assisting. Jesus was scoring and assisting. Odegaard is scoring and assisting, taking shots from outside the box. Xhaka is battling in midfield, scoring and assisting. Martinelli is scoring and assisting. Literally, it's going all round. Every single player is contributing. If we win the title this season, every single player deserves 2 medals this season. Like every one of them is doing the job. I can see Zinchenko right now on screen. What a game he had, man. What a game. He literally played like 6 positions today. But 1-1, things are looking good. Ramsdale also had to make a couple of saves, and then came the point where they gave Nketiah a yellow card. I still don't understand. Like, he didn't really do anything much to deserve a yellow card. He just, like, said 3 fouls. He literally did not do anything. And Shaw fouls our player 3 times. Nketiah gets a yellow card. Ben White fouls out their player once. He gets a yellow card. But we're not going to talk about the referees. We don't depend on the referees these days. And then White actually gave away the ball a couple of times. Partey as well. Partey did give away the ball in the first half a couple of times, which I was pretty worried about. And we almost scored before halftime. They almost also scored before halftime. That would have been a terrible time to concede a goal. They also had a couple of penalty appeals. As usual, Man United also always want a penalty against us. But at halftime, I was still very confident. Why? Because of our bench as well. I was looking at our bench and I was like, Smith Rowe can come on, Trossard can come on. It's not like not even long ago, just 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago against Newcastle, we had our bench and we had like 4 defenders there, plus El Neni, plus Lokonga, plus Marquinhos, and another youngster. I think it was I don't know which is Nwaneri or Norton Caffey. One of them was on the bench. Our bench was not looking good that day. Today, I was very confident that our bench looks good. And it worked in the second half. In the last 10 minutes, it worked. Tomiyasu obviously came on for Ben White. Absolutely correct decision. We kept on fighting and fighting and fighting. Odegaard is such a cheat code, man. Like, yes, he did not. He assisted the 3rd goal. He didn't score today. But if you watch the game in detail, there's a pass he gave to Jack in the second half. Like, what a player, man. What a freaking player Odegaard is. The way he controls the midfield, so superb, man. Like, I don't think that is why Madrid signed him when he was like 15 years of age. There was a reason. Martin Odegaard is absolutely fantastic. I do not regret us giving him the captaincy, man. Absolutely not. And then finally came the 2nd goal. Bukayo Saka, what a finish. What a finish from Bukayo Saka to make it 2-1 to Arsenal. You take the shot, you never know. You shoot the ball, you score. You cannot score without shooting the ball. And Saka, the guy is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. No, not when you come up against Saka. When you come up against Saka, you're a very average goalkeeper. He makes you look average. And what do we always say on this channel, on this page? When Saka has the ball, you know something is going to happen. And it always does, every single time. What a goal it was from outside the box. I literally screamed, scoring right after halftime. That was fantastic. 53rd minute, a brilliant goal. And from there, I was actually starting to think we could get a 3rd and just kill this game off, just send them back to Manchester, title pretenders, and absolutely dominate them for the next 30 minutes. But unfortunately, right after that, by the way, Ramsdale made a fantastic save from Rashford. He's starting to show us once again he's the Ramsdale from last season. Someone said the other day there's like 5 better goalkeepers than Ramsdale in the Premier League. How How is Ramsdale number 6 or number 7 in terms of goalkeepers in someone? You know what? Someone said Lloris is better than Ramsdale. When you start saying stuff like that, you need to be arrested. You need to seriously be investigated. Lloris is better than Ramsdale. You need to be arrested for that. Whoever was saying that last week, putting Lloris in the combined 11, you need to be arrested. There's no way Lloris is better than Ramsdale. Like, even right now, in terms of shot stopping, even I can compare him to Ederson and Alisson in terms of shot stop, even his passing. His passing, there's a couple of passes Ramsdale gave today to Martinelli on the left side. Absolutely fantastic. Like, Ramsdale right now, absolutely top 3 goalkeepers in England. I don't know. I don't care what you have to say. He's absolutely top 3 goalkeepers in England. And I think he should be starting for England's national team as well. He definitely should be starting for them. But he made a fantastic save. But right after that, they get a corner. We don't really consider a lot of corners in terms of conceding goals from corners, but today we did, and we did it to the worst player. This guy's like 3 feet in terms of height, and he scored against us with the headband as well. He was injured last game when he played against Crystal Palace, and they made it 2-2, and I was like, oh no, man, like bad time to concede as well. Right before halftime is a bad time to concede, but also another bad time to concede is right after you score. But that is always the time that you're most vulnerable. Right after you score, you can concede a goal very easily. And just like that, it was 2-2. We didn't make any subs quite yet, but from that point on, apart from that time Rashford went through and was looking for a penalty, I don't think they got the ball again. I think the last 30 minutes, it was literally all Arsenal. Attack after attack after attack after attack. Like, I'm scared. Like, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm scared by how many times like we were attacking them in that second half. I was literally even praying for them because the attacks, it was too overwhelming, even as an Arsenal fan. Like, we were attacking and attacking and attacking, and a goal was coming. But you never know. United started putting in Fred, looking for a draw. I love this picture so much, man. Gabriel cannot be bullied. This is what we want. We cannot be bullied these days. Vegas had to come and help out Bruno Fernandes. He had to come and help him out because Fernandes cannot handle Gabriel. He cannot. This is how tough Arsenal is. This is not the Arsenal. Arsenal have Gibbs and Ramsey and Jack Wilshere, soft players in midfield and defense. It's easy to play against them. Their goalkeeper is soft. Szczesny, you can just put in a corner and you're just going to hit him here. No, this is not that same Arsenal, man. Our entire team, Gabriel, Xhaka, Partey, you cannot bully any of them. You add Saliba to that list, you take out Ben White and you bring on Tomiyasu, absolutely same thing. Zinchenko, Jesus, absolutely same thing. We cannot agree. We don't get bullied at all these days. Absolutely not. And then Xhaka actually had a chance. There's that play that we are playing really well. Like, if you didn't watch that game, even if you don't watch the goal, just go and watch the last 30 minutes. The kind of creativity we have, remembering 2 seasons ago when we were drawing 0-0 with Burnley and I'm not creating any chances at all and taking 2 shots on target the entire game. That is not the Arsenal for these days. And Saka also hit the post. He was fantastic today once again. Star boy, the absolute star boy, that guy, man. Absolute star boy. And then 80th minute, we brought our first sub. Leandro Trossard. I am so happy to see him, man. Like, all of a sudden, it just feels so good. More confident. Like, you take out Martinelli, you bring on Trossard. Like, 1 week ago, we did not have that option. Even 4 days ago, we did not have that option where you can take out Martinelli and bring on Trossard. Today, we had that option, and even Trossard the last 10 minutes, I think he did great. I think he did absolutely great. I think the corner kicks he took, like 2 of them were good as well. The way he was running on the left side, and the last 1 minute when you were trying to kill off the game, Trossard did that very well for us as well. And then came the last 10 minutes of the game. Try and attack them. Nketiah had that shot where De Gea saved in the 84th minute. That was a fantastic save, by the way. That save of Ramsdale from Rashford and that save of De Gea from Nketiah, those were 2 fantastic saves. But you had to keep on going, man. We had to keep on going. I don't think they created any chance. And finally came the goal. The build-up play, 100% fantastic. Zinchenko involved. Trossard was involved in the goal. Oh my goodness, man! I'm going to cry, man. Even Trossard was involved in the goal. Like, how perfect can it get? How perfect can it get? Trossard running with the ball, passes it to Zinchenko, crosses the ball, it falls to Odegaard. Odegaard passes, like, flicks the ball, and Nketiah right on cue to finish it off. They were saying onside. They said offside. They went to check VR for like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. I was not even looking at the screen, man. Like, I was praying, man. Like, it would have been so devastating to deny us a goal in the 93rd minute. When the referee, Anthony Taylor, pointed to the center circle, I think I screamed. Like, I've never waited so much for a referee to make a decision. Like I literally tweeted, VR, please, I'm begging you, do not disallow this. And it was onside. It was onside. Do you notice every time Arsenal score such a goal, they literally check it for like 5 minutes. They had to check if Zinchenko was offside. They're like, oh no, this guy's not offside. They had to check if Nketiah was offside. They're very worried about Arsenal winning the league, so they have to check it like 3-4 times. And the goal counted. 3-2 to Arsenal, and I saw they actually added 3 minutes. I was so happy with that. I thought they were going to give them like 7 minutes to score a goal. But we won the game in the last minute against Man United. Mentality, absolute strong mentality. Everyone in this squad. Now it's time for any of you guys who are saying drop Nketiah, put him on the bench. That talk is over now. Like anyone on this squad, anyone, I don't care who plays. At this point, I do not like, even if he wants to drop Saka next time and play Trossard on that right side, well and good. I believe in every single Arsenal player. Everyone is fantastic. Defensively, the likes of Ramsdale when he's needed, fantastic. Zinchenko, I cannot even call him a left back because he was playing in the Partey role. He was playing in the Xhaka role. He was playing in the Odegaard role. I saw him in the Saka position as well a couple of times. Fantastic performance, man. Mentality, our mentality these days, even for the fans themselves, everyone watching this, all 135 of you on YouTube and all 618 of you on Facebook, absolutely fantastic, man. This is the new Arsenal, absolute buzzing, man. 3-2 to Arsenal. Let me know how you guys feel. Who was your man of the match? A lot of positives to take once again. The fact that we came back from a goal down, scored right away. The fact that we kept on going for the last 20 minutes and scored the winning goal in the last minute. The fact that Saka absolutely I think Shaw will not sleep today. Shaw will never forget Saka. He will always have nightmares about Saka. He had a tough job against Saka today. Like, I feel sorry for anyone who has to defend against Saka. And then the other defender on the other side, Martinelli coming off, and then you see Trossard. That must be very painful. Jacques as well, battling throughout the game. Partey as well. I know he made a couple of mistakes in the first half, but second half, winning the ball, interceptions. There's a time, I think it was Rashford or Anthony running for the ball, and Partey literally sprinted from midfield to the right-hand side, their right-hand side. Like Partey, I didn't even think Partey could sprint like that. Mentality, man. And like when you're doing this good, everyone's mentality changes. Everyone's mentality changes. I'll hear what Mikel has to say later, but trust the process. It is definitely working. Absolutely working. Mentality-wise, we are second to none. Absolutely second to none. I also remember what my United fans said earlier today. I saw their comments. I kept quiet. We beat Man City. If we can beat Man City, why not beat Arsenal? Man City is better than Arsenal. I don't know if you've been checking the table, guys. Right now, Arsenal is playing better football than Man City, and Man City fans can actually confirm that. That is the pure truth. We are playing football that are better than Man City right now. And if you beat Man City, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to beat Arsenal, as you've seen today. We are a totally different team. And also, that was Old Trafford. This is the Emirates Stadium. You don't just come here to win at our place. No, you don't come here. This is the Emirates Stadium. Absolutely fantastic, man. I'll come to the player ratings later. Eddie, man of the match, says Anu. Legend team, says Samson. Everyone is man of the match, says Thomas. Zinchenko, man of the match. I cannot even argue with that, Paul. Ramsdale, best goalkeeper in the league. Best goalkeeper in the world. Congrats, says Dixon. So happy, says David. Sahid as well. William says Arsenal the champions. Saka ruined my heart. So same. I agree with you, man. I absolutely agree. He's ruined my heart as well. I can't even love any girls anymore. Like, my heart is filled with Saka. I can't love any girl anymore. Let's see. Best goalkeeper. Let's see. It was my dream. Let's see. Yeah, Arsenal is too much for me as well now. Steven says, come on, Gunners. Let me know who your man of the match was. Michael says, for me, Man United tried. Of course, they tried. I mean, they've been unbeaten since after the World Cup. They've not lost a game. They've beaten everyone. They've beaten all the good teams. They've beaten Charlton. They've beaten Burnley. They've beaten Bournemouth. They've beaten some really good teams. I'm telling you, they've beaten some really top, like Charlton. Do you know how Charlton plays their football? My God, they've beaten Bournemouth. They beat Nottingham Forest. They thought they were going to beat Arsenal as well. They thought Arsenal was Charlton. It doesn't work like that. Michael, I absolutely do not care how good Man United played. We beat them. That is for them to talk. That is for them. I do not care how good they played. And if you call good 30 minutes of domination, the last 30 minutes they didn't touch the ball, well done. Their standards are lower than ours. So well done, Man United. You lost 3-2 Arsenal to Arsenal. That is a good result for you. You're lucky we didn't score 5 goals. No team can stop Arsenal from lifting the EPL this season, says Femi. Let's see. Sorry if the internet is going up and down. The Man United fans probably hating on us. Let's see. Buzzing says RK. I'm buzzing. 100%. What a performance. What a performance. Like, how many? We are on 50 points. 50 points. We are on 50 points, man. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Apologies. The internet is going down. It's going to be back. Hassan says, very impressive. We are Gunners watching from PS Global. Appreciate it. Let's see. Humphrey says, well done, guys. Keep it up. Let's see. Nketiah Zinchenko, man of the match, says Isaac. Anu says, good win. That is more than a good win, Anu. That is, we beat Tottenham and Man United in the same week. We beat them both in the same week. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to come to the rest of your comments. Trossard is far better than Mudryk. Who is Mudryk? I've never heard of him before. He'll never forget Saka, man, 100%, Ali. He will never forget Saka. He was very good, 100%. I agree with that. Special Saka, man of the match. Jackson is happy as well. What a performance. So I think it's good. Now let's get to the player ratings. Let's give these guys, help me out. Comment what you give these guys out of 10. Player by player, just comment the player's name and then write what you're going to give them out of 10. So obviously we go into the Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, Thomas Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Nketiah, Martinelli. SofaScore gave Ramsdale a 5 out of 10. How can you give him 5 out of 10? You cannot give Ramsdale a 5 out of 10. What the hell? He literally made some 2 incredible saves. I don't care about what they say. Let's go to our player ratings. Let me do this. 3-2 to Arsenal. Let's go to the player ratings. Let me know, player, and what you're going to give them out of 10. Aaron Ramsdale, yes, he conceded 2 goals, but he made a couple of incredible saves. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. His passing as well, 100% fantastic. So I don't know if they usually look at that, but you cannot give Ramsdale a 5 for today. No way you can give Ramsdale a 5 for today. He made 2 incredible saves. That second half one against Rashford was fantastic. I know he did come off his line a couple of times, looked shaky a couple of times, but saves. His passing as well, fantastic. I know he kind of do you really blame him for the goal that Martinez scored? Because he literally punched it. But I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for today. I think he made 2 incredible saves. So 7 out of 10 for Zinchenko. Let me know for Ramsdale. Let me know Ramsdale and what you're going to give him out of 10. And then we go to the defenders. Zinchenko. My God, what a performance. Obviously, I have to deduct a couple of points because he conceded 2 goals. But he's going to get an 8 out of 10. And what a performance, man. He was literally in every single position. I am quite aware that he gave away the ball 2 or 3 times, but the fact that he was in every single position in that second half, intercepting the ball, making tackles, he wasn't really getting dribble past as well. He made a very important clearance too. He made 1 key pass. He was actually helping us both defensively and attacking-wise. Attacking like on that left side, on that right side, fantastic. He was winning the ball in midfield. He literally becomes an extra midfielder. That is why I saw my United fans complaining. They were a bit scared that Casemiro wasn't going to play, because you have to play against Xhaka, Odegaard, and Partey, and also Zinchenko in midfield, because Zinchenko doesn't even play as a left back. It's like we're playing with the back 3. With Zinchenko in midfield. Fantastic. 8 out of 10. He was absolutely incredible today. What a performance. Absolutely love him, man. What a signing. I cannot believe they gave him to us. What a signing. Like, seeing Nketiah happy like this on my TV makes me so happy. So happy looking at Nketiah smiling like this. Arteta hugging Ramsdale. Tears of joy. Zinchenko, 8 out of 10. Let me know if you agree. Comment Zinchenko in his rating. Ben White, a bit shaky. I'm going to be very realistic. So I'm going to give Ben White a 6. He got a yellow card and he also gave away the ball a couple of times in that first half. And he also fouled someone right after getting the yellow card. So not the best of games from Benjamin White. You know how much I love him. He's one of my favorite Arsenal players. But today, first half, I don't think Rashford went past him too many times or anything like that. But he was a bit all over the place today, let's be honest. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10, and I absolutely supported that decision to sub him off in the second half, right at halftime. So 6 out of 10 for Zinchenko. Next up, Gabriel Magalhaes. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Um, yes, we considered 2 goals, but everything around the pitch, man. Things like this. I love seeing things like this. Not when they get red cards, no, but you fight for your players. Like when someone goes to attack Saka, Gabriel is always there. Xhaka is always there. That is what we need. We do not agree. We don't let teams come to our place and bully us. Like, guys, you remember those days very well. I started supporting Arsenal in 2004. You guys remember those? If you're watching Arsenal, like, especially in the 2000s, remember those days very well, even early 2010s, like at the Emirates, like whenever Chelsea came to our place with Drogba and Lampard and SCN, we were in big trouble. Whenever Liverpool came to our place with Duckout and Torres and all these guys, big trouble. Whenever even Man United, especially Man United, came to our place with Carrick and Fletcher, we could not handle them at all. We used to get bullied home and away. Home and away in the Champions League. Remember them smashing us in the Champions League semi-final? It used to be tough. It's so good seeing our players. Look at how scared he is, guys. Just screenshot that. Look at Bruno. He is absolutely scared. Like, I don't know, probably called his mommy or something. Like, he was very, if he had a phone, he probably would have phoned his mom. Like, look at Gabriel. Absolute 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Did a couple of good clearances today. Let me check his stats to see if there's anything I missed. 2 blocked shots. Very good. 2 clearances, 1 interception, 2 tackles as well. Didn't pick up a yellow card. That is always good to see as well. Dealt well with the long balls as well. 84% in terms of accurate passes. I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. Let me know if you're going to give him more. I have to give them that because at the end of the day, we consider 2 goals. But looking at it, the first goal was kind of Partey's mistake. And second goal, I don't know who to blame. It came from a corner. So 7 out of 10 for him. I'm going to also, I know he considered 2 goals, but I'm also going to give Saliba 7 because there's a couple of interceptions he made. There's a time he ran on the right side, like players who are comfortable on the ball. We actually have defenders who can not only defend, they can run. All of them. Zinchenko can run. Gabriel can run. Saliba can run. Ben White can run. There's a time he ran back for the ball up against Rashford. Fantastic. We also have players that do not just get bullied by opposition players. No, none of that. And then we have players who can actually play with the ball in their feet. Like every time I think about Mustafi and Mertesacker, I start crying because I remember how much Mustafi used to give away the ball. Every single time, Mertesacker could not run to save his life. Mertesacker could not run, not at all. Look at these defenders we have right now. Control of the ball, passing accuracy, 95% like all the time, 90% and above. And it's not because they're passing to their goalkeeper. No, they are intricate passes like that time everyone is screaming, clear the ball, Ramsdale. He doesn't do that. Like literally, he passes the ball to Saliba. Saliba gives it back to Gabriel, back to Ramsdale. We are literally shaking because we don't want them to give away the ball to Rashford or Bruno Fernandes in that position. But the confidence, the number of times just pass the ball at the back. Like, and then I watch Tottenham as well. And then I just see Lloris clearing the ball every single time. And then I think about Arsenal fans saying we need to replace Mikel Arteta with Conte. I just laugh. Never ever say that again in your lives, guys. Never. If you ever say that, never ever say that ever again. But the Saliba's control everything fantastic, man. I don't think they are to blame for any of the 2 goals, really. Maybe after Partey lost the ball, they would have covered it quicker, but I need to watch it back again. But again, 2 interceptions, 1 clearance, 88% in terms of accurate passes, 71 touches of the ball. Very good, man. Saliba 7. And then those are all the defenders. So Zinchenko 8, Ben White 6, Gabriel 7, Saliba 7, Ramsdale 7. I think that is fair enough. Comment if you disagree or you agree the player and what your rating is for the player. Let's go to midfield. It's not going to be as high as last time. Last time I gave Partey a 9 out of 10 against Tottenham. Today it's going to be a 7 out of 10. First half, very shaky. I mean, maybe he's even lucky to get. I'm giving him a 7 because of the second half. The first half was like a 4 out of 10, to be honest. The first half was terrible. He literally gave away the Rashford goal. It was a Partey mistake. And not only that, Rashford got the ball and went past him too easily after that. That was 2 errors. And then he also gave away the ball like right before halftime. We almost conceded. So first half, very shaky. So at halftime, I usually write the ratings at halftime as well. And I usually give them like 4, 5, 6. And then second half, I see how I'm going to improve it or drop it down. Partey in the second half, the rating increased. That's the defending he made like in around the 48th minute or something, like running for the ball. And he beat Anthony in terms of pace. How much was Anthony again? 100 million? Thomas Partey is faster than him. He literally got to the ball quicker than him. 100 million, Anthony. He's not even the best Anthony. No, Anthony Anderson gets that position for me. Partey, 7 out of 10 for today. Second half, incredible. Especially the last 20 minutes. Zinchenko and Partey were incredible. Yes, we'll see how good Trossard did. Yes, we'll see how good Saka did. Yes, we'll see how good Nketiah did. But Zinchenko and Partey in that midfield position, like whenever, United kept on clearing the ball. I actually need to check how many clearances they made. They kept on clearing the ball, cross after cross, clearing. How many they made? Oh my goodness. We made 11 clearances. Man United made 36 clearances. They literally had to clear the ball 36 times because of the pressure we were giving them in their own box. So speaking of those clearances, every time they cleared the ball, we have to win it back. And Partey and Zinchenko were doing that job, and Xhaka as well. The ball was not passing that midfield. And I was a bit scared because, if it passes there, this guy was waiting. If the ball passes that midfield, that is a goal because you cannot catch this guy. But Xhaka did not allow that. Zinchenko did not allow that. Partey did not allow that. So that is why I'm giving him a 7 despite the poor first half that he had. 7 out of 10 for Partey. Who else was in our midfield? Keep letting me know what you're going to give these guys in terms of ratings. Next up is Xhaka. Granit Xhaka. What this should be a movie. Xhaka's story should be a movie. 3 years ago, we were screaming, "Get Xhaka out of our club." 3 years ago, Xhaka was fouling players 7-8 times in a game. 3 years ago, Xhaka was getting 3-4 red cards in a season, plus 11-12 yellow cards. 3 years ago, Xhaka was fighting against the fans or having disputes with us fans. Right now, I don't think is there any of you who wants Xhaka to leave Arsenal? I would actually increase his contract right now. Like, I'm so serious. So, like, he's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 as well. Maybe even more. That cross, he assisted Nketiah's goal. That cross for the goal you can see on screen, it was from a Xhaka cross. That cross was absolutely fantastic, man. Like, that was like 3 times. That was David Beckham was in the pitch, right? He was in the stadium. That was like a David Beckham cross from Xhaka. Like, I'm sure David Beckham enjoyed that. If Trent Alexander-Arnold was watching that, he has a thing or two to learn from Granit Xhaka. That was a fantastic cross. 7 out of 10 for him. In terms of what I said for Partey and Zinchenko as well, every single time the ball came into the midfield, he was winning the ball. He was not really dribbled past 3 out of 7 ground duels won. He also had 89% in terms of accurate passes. He made 1 clearance. He made 3 tackles. And he was, Xhaka these days, someone asked me the other day if Xhaka can play in the Partey role. No. Whatever he's doing in his position right now, we actually see him in the opposition box a lot. Like, Xhaka is getting into the opposition box and creating chances and crossing the ball and getting opportunity to shoot the ball. That is so good. See, the formation that we have right now, 4-3-3, all of a sudden has become God for us. That formation is absolutely fantastic. So Xhaka gets a 7 out of 10. They've given this guy 6 out of 10. Why would you give Xhaka and Partey 6? Like, you have to watch the game. You cannot watch that game and then tell me Partey and Xhaka were 6-5 out of 10. That is not possible, man. Like, we scored a goal because Xhaka and Partey and Zinchenko were winning every single ball in midfield, and we didn't give them the ball at all, basically. Anyway, we are Arsenal fans. We watch the game, so let's not care what other people are saying. And then let's go to Odegaard as well. I'm going to also give him the same score. Maybe you should give them higher. Let me know if you disagree. But Odegaard gets a 7, obviously assisted Nketiah's goal. And then the control in midfield that this guy has, like, everyone tried. Bruno tried to get the ball out of him. Wan-Bissaka tried getting the ball off him. Lisandro Martinez tried. Varane tried. These are World Cup winners, guys. They couldn't. They could not get the ball from this guy. Once upon a time, I was one of those people who said, I always say yes, I've never said that out. I'm happy to be right in terms of that. But I'm not always right. I'm also one of those people who said I want Maddison instead of Odegaard. Oh hell no! Like this guy is something else, man. The best Norwegian in the league. Haaland comes second. I saw someone else saying the other day, Odegaard has been better than De Bruyne this season. That is true. De Bruyne is a better player. He's better consistently and everything throughout the seasons. But this season, who has been better? Odegaard has been way clear. When you start seeing stats like this, Odegaard has 5+ assists. Saka has 5+ assists. Odegaard has like 5+ goals as well. Things you'll have to see, man. Everyone is contributing. Odegaard, for today, I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Fantastic. Midfield, Party 7, Xhaka 7, Odegaard 7. I hope that is okay with you guys. Unless you disagree, let me know if you're going to give them lower or higher. Now we go to the forward players. Starboy. Let's start with the Starboy. Starboy, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. That goal alone, just going past a couple of their players and having the guts to shoot the ball from there. The way, you know how much Shaw, I'm even forgetting his name. I'm sure he will also forget his own name tonight because of how Saka absolutely gave him a hard time today. If you have to defend against Saka, I actually feel sorry for you. What a fantastic performance. First half, second half, the way he just kept on winning the ball. On top of that, also with Saliba and Gabriel, especially Saliba and Saka, something I forgot to mention, both of them have been on 4 yellow cards for a bit. And they've managed to get past those games against Tottenham and Man United without picking up a yellow card, and with Arsenal winning. Discipline. I absolutely love to see that. None of them has picked up the 5th yellow card, and I think after this game it's scrapped off. I think now it's up to 10 yellow cards. You absolutely love to see it. But Bukayo Saka, the way he was just absolutely dominating Shaw, the goal to give us a 2-1 lead, the way he just keeps on, and like every time, like sometimes I just scream, just give the ball to Saka, because you know the saying, when Saka has the ball, you feel like something is going to happen, and it always does. It always does. What a player, man. What a player. Give him a new contract right now. I do not care how much you give him. If you want to give him 500,000 a week, give him. This is a fantastic player. Absolutely fantastic player. 9 out of 10 for today. He had Shaw on toast. Yes, someone else said earlier my United played well. There's a couple of times Shaw and Wan-Bissaka made a couple of good clearances. I agree with that. He also blocked Saka Shaw that hit the post. A bit of good defending here and there. But I do not care about them. I'm here to compliment Saka, not Shaw. Saka is England's player of the year, not Shaw. Saka gets a 9 out of 10 for today. What a player. What a fantastic player. Saka is that guy that you'd let your sister marry, you know? Saka is that kind of guy. 9 out of 10. Martinelli. I definitely think Saka was way better than Martinelli for today. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Maybe if you disagree, would you give Martinelli more or less? Let's see. Let me actually just compare their the stats for both of them. Saka obviously scored. He had 2 shots on target. Gabriel Martinelli had 3 off target. 2 shots blocked for Martinelli, 3 shots blocked for Saka. Saka also hit the post as well. Saka completed 79% of his passes. Martinelli completed 69%. Saka attempted 5 crosses. Only one of them was complete. Martinelli attempted 7 crosses. Only one of them was complete. Saka won 6 out of 8 ground duels. You know, Saka is not a defender, you know. That is what you want to see. He literally went to fight for the ball with an opposition player, and he won it 6 out of the 8 times. This is what you want to see. Aerial duels as well. Tackles, he made 1 tackle. Martinelli got 1 out of 2 ground duels, 1 out of 5 aerial duels. So yes, I think Saka was definitely better than Martinelli for today. So I'm going to give Martinelli a 7 out of 10. And competition is now there. So I'd not be surprised. I think Trossard will start next week. I think Martinelli will not start next week against Man City in the FA Cup. I think Trossard starts there. And Martinelli has been fantastic. You know, he's been a fantastic player this season, but he obviously has to improve. He's gonna beat quiet. I do not agree with people who say remove Martinelli from the squad, put Trossard. Remove Nketiah from the squad, put Trossard. No, they've still been very good. But if you are to think about it right now, if I was to ask you if Trossard was going to get into Arsenal's first team right now, who's going to be benched? It's definitely not going to be Saka and Odegaard. It's going to be between Nketiah and Martinelli. And the last 3 games, Nketiah has been better than Martinelli. So I'm not going to give the answer for that, but think about it. Martinelli 7 out of 10. Ha! Eddie. What a player. What a player. I repeat again, I'm going to keep on repeating. Yesterday, we were doing a show about Trossard, and the question of the day was, would you start Trossard against Man United? I said no. Someone said, what are you talking about? Trossard is quality. You have, of course, it's quality. Trossard has to start. Glenn, what are you talking about? You have to put Nketiah on the bench and start Trossard. And I was like, why? You cannot just say that because you don't like Nketiah. He's been absolutely fantastic the last 3 games, and he's been fantastic in games against Tottenham and Man United, the exact games you want him to play well. Right now, if Jesus comes back, you cannot just say Nketiah bench, Jesus starts. It is going to be hard because he's been playing well. And that is what we always want to see. It's not just about the 2 goals. No. The pressing on their defenders. They are 2 World Cup winners. The pressing on them. That header that you can see on screen, it's like a Didier Drogba kind of header. It's like a Giroud kind of header. Eddie Nketiah, like presence in the box, like the likes of David Trezeguet and Inzaghi and those guys who used to be very good inside the box, the likes of Michael Owen inside the box. I saw that they did some analysis for that goal, and we took a short corner. We passed it all the way to the right side. We passed it like 20 times before we took the ball back to the left side and Xhaka across the ball. That whole time, Wan-Bissaka was looking at Nketiah. He was literally following, like, where's Nketiah? I think he was the one who was marking him. He was literally looking at him the entire time where Nketiah was. He was marking him. The moment the ball got to Xhaka, Wan-Bissaka looked behind him. Nketiah was not there. Nketiah was already celebrating a goal. Just like this. This is like Inzaghi. He's literally playing like number 14. That is what I want to see. Not just the goals, positioning. How good are you inside the box? How good can you quickly switch from standing to quickly moving and leaving the defender standing? Just go and watch that goal back, and don't even watch the passes that you were giving around Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard, Zinchenko. No, just look at that corner and just look at how Nketiah was moving around the box. He was just like walking. He was just walking, and Wan-Bissaka was looking at him. And when the ball got to Xhaka, Nketiah was gone, and he finished it. Put some respect on his name. The football is not all about Nketiah missed 2 chances, drop him to the bench. No, you have to watch more than that, man. You have to watch more than that. And today he was absolutely freaking fantastic. Everything, positioning, the pressing, the way he lost his markers a couple of times, the last 5-10 minutes holding the ball, like he could have had a hat trick against Man United. I would have absolutely loved that. And to silence them, not only My United fans, but also some of you were telling me yesterday to drop Nketiah and put Trossard. I told you it's not as easy as that. The Arsenal we have these days is not as direct as that. You come in and you start playing immediately. No. But the Man United fans that said yesterday, let's mark Saka and let's mark Martinelli, Nketiah will not really do anything. We don't really need to worry about him. Joke's on you, brother. Joke's on you. He scored 2 goals and he left Wan-Bissaka. I don't know where he sent him back to Crystal Palace, the way he lost him on that possession. Absolutely fantastic. And the second goal, let's talk. He won us the game. What are we been talking about? That is just the first goal we're talking about. The second goal, positioning and instinct as well. Eddie Nketiah might be the best ever number 14 you've ever had, He might be the best ever number 14. Eddie Nketiah, positioning, interceptions, everything, like 10, 20 qualities today's game alone. Eddie Nketiah is I was one of you. Last season, I said sell Eddie Nketiah in the summer. I'm not going to lie. I said it's time to move on from Eddie Nketiah. But when he puts on performances like this today and against Tottenham last week, we are not even going to need a striker. We are going to be well and good to go into the Champions League with Jesus and Eddie Nketiah next season. I'm so happy for him as well. Just seeing him doing that well, a brace against Man United, you could see how happy he was. You'll have to see it. And for that, Eddie Nketiah, for that, I am going to give you 9 out of 10. If you play like that, I'm going to give you 9 out of 10. And very close for man of the match. I'm still trying to decide between him, Saka, and Zinchenko. but very, very good performance. So none of you can ever say again, remove Nketiah, let's bring on someone else. No. He did well. He did exactly what we needed to do. What more can we ask for? Be dangerous in the box, intercept the ball, keep the defenders busy, score the goals. He scored 2 against Man United. I cannot complain about that. And I always say that again, 2 seasons ago, when we were saying sell Nketiah, I was always asked why you want to sell Nketiah. And one of the main reasons was whenever an opposition team is playing against Nketiah, I don't feel like they're worried. Like, just imagine like Van Dijk up against Nketiah. I never used to think like Van Dijk would not sleep that previous night because he's playing Nketiah the next day. Like, if you're playing against Thierry Henry, you're not going to sleep for 1 week before that because you're going to have nightmares about what he's going to do to you. I never felt the same way about Nketiah the last 2 seasons. But right now, defenders actually have something to think about when Nketiah comes on the pitch or he starts the game. Fantastic. And yes, that is the very first time I've said so many positive things about Nketiah. And long may it continue. But then again, never ever say drop Nketiah again and bring on Trossard because Nketiah has been playing badly. He's not been playing badly. He was fantastic against Brighton. He was fantastic again today. He was fantastic against Oxford. He scored twice. He was fantastic again today. Bigger to you, Eddie Nketiah. So Saka 9, Martinelli 7, Nketiah 9. Who came on? Trossard came on. Did we make Tomiyasu came on, of course. Tomiyasu came on. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Did well, I think. Didn't really get exposed a lot, unless I'm wrong. So 7 out of 10 for Tomiyasu. It's such a good feeling to bring on Tomiyasu when you're taking off Ben White. 2 seasons ago, we'd have been bringing someone who's like Lichtsteiner. Do you guys remember Lichtsteiner? That would have been the guy who would have been bringing on in such a game. But no, not the Arsenal of these days. These days we have beasts operating throughout. We have Japanese beasts, we have Ukrainian beasts, we have English beasts, we have Brazilian beasts everywhere, like French, like everywhere. Everyone that we have at Arsenal from all over the world, fantastic. Ghanaian beasts, fantastic, man. Tomiyasu 7. Keep liking the video, guys. We just beat Man United. We'll check the table later. I'm going to give, I think Trossard did very well in just 10 minutes. He was involved in the goal. 7 out of 10 for you as well. I cannot wait to see him starting the games. The Premier League is in trouble. Mikel Arteta, 2 years ago against Villarreal. Arsenal did not score a goal against Villarreal at the Emirates Stadium. I came on a live stream. I said I do not want Mikel Arteta to leave Arsenal. This guy just won the FA Cup. Pep Guardiola chose him to be his assistant manager. He's going to do well for Arsenal. Glenn, are you crazy? We just lost a Europa League semi-final. Glenn, Conte is available. What is wrong with you? Why are you so obsessed with Arteta? Like, why can't we just go get Allegri and Saka instead? Arteta won the FA Cup. It was lucky. It was a lucky FA Cup. Like, why you keep saying Arteta in? I felt crazy. I felt like I was so wrong to support Arteta. No. I stand by what I said 3 years ago when everyone wanted Arteta out. There's a reason Pep Guardiola chose him. Pep Guardiola could have chosen Iniesta. He could have chosen Xavi. He could have chosen Puyol. He could have chosen Piqué. He could have chosen Xabi Alonso. He could have chosen anyone else. Casillas. He would have chosen anyone else to be his assistant. Anyone. But he chose Arteta. There's a reason he chose Arteta. And we can see the reason today. You can give him as many yellow cards as you want because you're not happy that you're top of the table. But he's making every single right decision these days. Even at halftime, I wanted Ben White to come off. I wanted Tomiyasu to come on. He did that. Everyone was complaining, like, why not bring Trossard now? He waited for the last 10 minutes when everyone was tired, and it worked. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. We've beaten. Maybe even 10. I'm just removing 1 point because he conceded 2 goals. Not really his fault because Partey gave away the first. But everything, man, we just beat Tottenham and Man United in the same week. Can I tell you what they said back in August? Arsenal won against Crystal Palace, Leicester, and Bournemouth. We won the first 3 games against those teams. And they said, Arsenal are top of the table. Of course, they're going to drop off. They're going to face Liverpool, Man City in October. They're going to lose both games. We beat both of them. We went to Brentford and won. They said, Why are these Arsenal fans celebrating? It's only Brentford. Brentford has beaten everyone else this season. We went to Brighton in December. We beat Liverpool, and we beat Tottenham in October. And they said Arsenal will be out of the top before the World Cup. Arsenal will be fourth on the table. No, Arsenal was still top of the table after good wins against Chelsea and Wolves away from home. Arsenal cannot have the same momentum when they come back from the World Cup. Which teams are they facing? West Ham, Brighton, and Newcastle. Arsenal are going to drop points there. They're going to lose at least 2 games there. They didn't lose any. Whatever. It's just January. Why are Arsenal fans so happy? Man City are definitely going to close the gap. Arsenal are facing which teams next? Arsenal have Tottenham and Man United next. Pfft, no chance. They're going to lose both. They never win at Tottenham. Arsenal never win at Tottenham. They're definitely going to lose that game. And Man United have not lost a game since the World Cup. And they've just beaten Man City. They are going to beat Arsenal as well. I mean, we beat Arsenal without Casemiro. Of course, we are going to beat you guys at the Emirates Stadium, right? That's what they said 2 weeks ago. Now, Arsenal have beaten both Tottenham and Man United in the same week. I wonder what they're going to say next. I know Arsenal have not yet played Man City. That is what they're going to say next. Just wait for it. Arsenal have not yet played Man City, and they're going to lose both games to Man City, and they're going to lose away to Newcastle. That is what they're going to say next. Arsenal have this and this and this next. These days, I do not care which teams we have next. Nketiah gets a 9 out of 10. Now, I need you guys to comment one name. Who was your man of the match? Because I'm having a hard time to decide. Was it Saka? Was it Nketiah? Are you going to choose Odegaard maybe, or Zinchenko, or even Ramsdale for the 2 saves? Who is your man of the match? I don't think you can really give Ramsdale because we considered 2 goals and he only made 2 saves. One of them was fantastic. But who was your man of the match between Zinchenko, Saka, any of the midfielders if you prefer, and Nketiah? Who was your man of the match between those players? Comment one name, just one name. Who was your man of the match? We beat Man United, guys. We beat Man United and Tottenham in the same week, man. You cannot wipe off this smile, or you cannot wipe off the smile off my face. I'm even confused. I do not know what I'm saying. Let me get to what you guys are saying. Let me get to Nketiah, man of the match, says Isaac. Subai, we are going to judge later, man. Like, I'm not in the mood of judging. You might be right. You might be right. Sometimes you need to cross faster. The problem that I actually have with my Martinelli is actually inaccurate crosses. That is the only problem I have with him. Trossard dribble past 5 Man United players. If you give him says you're finished. More to come from Trossard. Yeah, you're absolutely finished. This season, the boast of other teams can be repeated before us. The invincible season after 19 games, we had won 13. We've now won 16 games out of the 19. We've lost 1 game. We've beaten Man United at home. We've beaten Tottenham at home. We've beaten Liverpool after like 20 years of not beating them. We beat Brentford away from home. We went to Brighton and scored 4 goals. Brighton is good. Brighton usually beats everyone else. If you've noticed, they trashed Liverpool. They trashed Chelsea. We went there and scored 4 goals. We went to Bournemouth, clean sheet. Went to Wolves, clean sheet. Went to Chelsea, clean sheet, win. What a season, man. You're giving Jesus. Isaac is actually also rating Jesus. I saw him celebrating at the end. We are going to rate him as well. I even saw El Neni as well. 3 for El Neni as well. And the fans as well. And we never give the fans because we're not in the stadium, but 10 out of 10 from what we saw and what we had. Fantastic. RK says, please subscribe and smash the like button. By now, if you haven't liked the video, you're probably a Manchester United fan and you don't want Arsenal to win the title. Like the video and Arsenal will win the Premier League title. Isaac, you're being too harsh. 5? Nah. Eddie gets a 9, says Anu. Musa says if the Partey and Odegaard were the best day, we should have. Yeah, if especially Partey, if he was not giving the wrong passes. I do agree. I don't even think Martinelli had the best of games. Odegaard, the flicks and tricks here and they're always amazing, but he didn't. It was not the Odegaard that Odegaard can be. So if all of them played, I think Saka and Nketiah are the ones who played to their maximum potential alongside Zinchenko. Everyone else, there was more to come. Saka 8. Martinelli 4. Come on, guys. No, don't start with this again. You cannot give him a 4. Xhaka 8, says Anu. 9 from Nketiah, says Isaac. So 7, 9 from Nketiah as well. Saliba and Gabriel get 8. Vegas. Who is Vegas? I don't even know Vegas. Is it the tall guy who was playing for them up front today? He didn't do anything, did he? Zinchenko gets an 8.5. Arsenal now is fire. Gunners forever, says Emmanuel. Let's see. Who can wait? Shame on you, Man United fan. Is there a Man United fan in the chat? Where's Gary Neville? Gary Neville. Man United will finish above Arsenal. Gary Neville. What a guy! Like I'm telling you, they're in pain. Make sure when you go to work tomorrow, make sure when you go to school to make sure the Man United fans know. They've been talking about beating us since September. We had to wait like 5 months. Arsenal. How many times have I called you to stop beating teams? I think they need to as well. I'm worried about how many teams we're beating. Let's see. I love Arsenal the more but remember, we are not going to win the Premier League, guys. Man City are definitely going to beat Arsenal. Arsenal is going to drop off. I agree with Gary Neville. Arsenal is not a good team. They've been very lucky to beat Tottenham and Liverpool and Man United and Brighton and Brentford. Arsenal have been very lucky to win all those games, according to the journalists. So Arsenal is not going to win the title. Arsenal is going to drop to number 5 by the end of the season. So let's keep on saying that. Let's agree with them. Let's do it under the radar. Trossard, because he came on and he was like a professor lecturing students, man of the match, Trossard. I cannot wait to watch all those guys. Nketiah, man of the match, says Josh. Zinchenko, 9.2, says Maxwell. Nketiah is the man of the match. Trossard wasn't on for too long, but I've given him a 7 because he was involved in the goal. I mean, there's a time he held up the ball for us for like the last 1 minute. Fantastic. Zinchenko, says Peter. Zinchenko as well, says Farouk. We are now on 50 points after 19 matches. Do you know if we get another 50 points in the next 19 matches, we get to 100? Arsenal get 100 points. That would be so crazy, man. But I think if we get 100 points, you win the Premier League. We have 19 games. That is still another 50, how many? 57? Is that 57 points? I think that is it 57? Right? I think it's 57 points remaining to play for. Yeah. 19 games is 57 points. So we still have 57 points to play for. If you can get another 50, that means you maybe lose 2 and draw 1 or something like that. Zinchenko, man of the match. Zinchenko is the man of the match, says Quebecian Wefafa as well. Zinchenko, says Emmanuel. Zinchenko, says Henry. He was fantastic. What a player. Nketiah as well from Musa and Isaac. Zinchenko. A lot of you are saying Zinchenko. So it's between Zinchenko and Nketiah. I think Saka did very well as well. The pressure he had on them. Zinchenko was so excited. Did you see how he celebrated the goal? Like it's like it's been at Arsenal for like 20 years. I cannot wait to see what they say. It's like I cannot wait to see what they have to say. That guy who played for Man United for like 20 years and he never noticed, talking crap about Arsenal every time. We need to check one more. I need to go through the stats and also the table. So we had 58% possession today. They had 42. We had 25 shots. They had 6. That is what you get when you come to the Emirates Stadium. 25 shots. You are absolutely dominating. You're going to have to defend. When you come to the Emirates, you're going to have to defend. To whoever is coming to the Emirates, you're going to have to defend. 5 shots on target. Man United didn't have any shot off target. We had 12 corner kicks. They had 4. We only picked up 1 yellow card. Fantastic. We created 3 big chances. We scored 2 of them. We hit the post. Man United came to our box and they shot 3 times inside our box. We went to their box and we shot 20 times from inside their box. 517 passes for us, 386 for them. We had more in terms of accurate passes, in terms of long ball accuracy. We had more in terms of crosses. Man United put in 9 crosses. All 9 of them were cleared. That is Arsenal for you these days. They won more duels. Good for them. Well done, Man United. 3 points for you. We made 21 tackles. They made 21 as well. We made 7 interceptions. They made 15, and they also had to make more clearances. I cannot wait to see the table, guys. I cannot wait to see the table. Let's see. Zinchenko, says Russia. 10 out of 10 for the fans. These days, the Emirates is not the library they used to say. Not anymore. Not anymore. Let's look at the table. I hope Man United. Let's see. Thank you for all the comments. I appreciate it. So good. Like this is the new us. So we are literally having a hard time to decide who's the man of the match because you're so good. I have this Arsenal flag behind me that I'm still trying to figure out how to put it. But you know what? I'm going to transfer this, and I'm going to have a very big picture of Zinchenko behind me. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a big Zinchenko poster behind me. What a player! Let's take a look at the table. Or I'm going to have this table instead behind me. Guys, we've lost one game the whole season, man. It's so crazy. 50 points, and we have a game in hand. Our game in hand is against Everton. You win that, you go 8 points ahead. 5 points ahead of Man City. 11 points ahead of Newcastle and Man United. They've played more games than us. If we win our game in hand, we are 14 points ahead of Man United and Newcastle. It's not even 1 week ago. 1 week ago, Man United was saying if we beat Crystal Palace and Arsenal, we are only 2 points ahead of Arsenal. Oh, please don't make me laugh, Man United fans. You're not even the biggest team in Manchester. Please stop that title pretender thing. How Tottenham? We are 17 points ahead of Tottenham with a game in hand. You win the game in hand, we are 20 points behind Tottenham. Liverpool and Chelsea. Guys, listen to this. Arsenal Football Club at the midway point of the season. Arsenal is 21 points ahead of Liverpool and Chelsea. 21. That is 7 games. We also have a bigger goal difference. So that is basically 8 games. Literally, Arsenal today, we can take a 1-month holiday to Dubai. Let's go to Dubai. Zinchenko, get your things together, get your wives. Let's go to Dubai for 1 month. We can literally not play a game for 1 month, and we'll come back and we let all the other teams play. No, we let the other teams play their games, and we go on a holiday for 6 weeks. We can come back to England, and we'll still be ahead of all those guys. We'll still be ahead of all of them. We can literally take a holiday and be ahead of all of them. 21 points. Let's take a look at the other teams. How many points are we ahead of the last team? We are 35 points ahead of Southampton. Last season, there's a time we were bottom of the table, you know. We are now 21 points ahead of Liverpool and Chelsea. 20 points ahead of Tottenham. 5 points ahead of Man City with a game in hand. 11 points ahead of Newcastle and Man United with a game in hand. I think I'm going to cry. I literally think I'm going to cry. M is laughing. M is laughing. Do you think we should take that holiday? I think we should go on holiday for that 1 month and then come back, and then we'll see 21 points, guy. 21. Oh, 21. Can you do something for me? Who knows that song? Let me know. 21 Savage said, until Arsenal win the Premier League. Let's go. On the B, I'm not going to sing because he has cuss words in that song, but you know 21 Savage. 21, can you do something for me? We are ahead of them by 21 points, guys. 21 points. Shameful. I mean, it's shameful, right? This is 21 points. Like 19 games, 21 points ahead of them. Oh, this I've waited to be this happy as well for this long. We've waiting. Joan is packing. Joan, let's meet at the airport. We are going on that 1 month holiday because we are way ahead of them. We are way ahead of them. 1 month, and no one is going to catch up with us, you know? No one is going to catch up with us. Aaron, this is how happy I am, man. Aaron, I'm so happy. I am so happy. I am so happy. Let's see. 21, you're killing us. I appreciate it, Benita. I appreciate it. Benita, you're a Liverpool fan, aren't you? Am I crazy? Are you a Liverpool fan? I remember that name being a Liverpool fan. No disrespect, Benita. I was only joking. We're not really going to go on holiday. We're not really going to do that. We're going to wait for when you're going to win the title, and then we are going to. Steve, I usually hear Qatar. Qatar Airways, Qatar Airlines. Is it Qatar? Is that the name of the plane? You can use any that you prefer. It doesn't matter. You know what? You know what, Steve? I don't think we need an airplane. The Arsenal of these days, I think Arteta can be the airplane and he can fly us there. You know, Arteta himself can fly. We can just climb on top of him and phew, off we go. We don't need airplanes. At Arsenal, we don't need airplanes. We operate it by ourselves. You know, we don't need airplanes. You know, nah. Arsenal these days, we guys, we beat Liverpool, Tottenham. Like everyone is just holding L's. You come to the Emirates, you hold an L. You hold an L wherever you are. I had a picture of Arteta driving the plane. Please tell me, please tell me, please do tell me, you still have that picture. There's a time Arteta was operating a plane. I don't have it, man. I deleted the picture, but there's a picture of Arteta driving a plane. I'm going. I don't care. I'm going to get it before the end of this stream. I have to get it. Let's see. I appreciate it, man. Nothing winning this year. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it. Let's go on holiday for the whole season. I think they won't even catch up if we go for the whole season. Mudryk. Who's Mudryk, Emmanuel? I've never heard of that guy. Or is he the second best Ukrainian player in the league? Because Zinchenko is the best. A Liverpool fan was telling me they will finish ahead of Arsenal. William, show him that part of this video. Tell them we can actually go on holiday and we'll come back and let them enjoy themselves. There's two more things I need to check before we end this stream and go and laugh at my United fans. I need to check our next 5 fixtures. I know we are playing Everton, Arteta as well. I have it. Let's see. So our next fixture is Everton. How it can get any better than that? Everton is our next fixture. I don't want them to sack Lampard before we play them. I want us to play them before they sack Lampard. But if they have Lampard, guys, it's going to be 5-0. I actually feel sorry for them. Let's see what you guys are. Steve's Uganda Airlines. So Steve is from Uganda. I mean, if you want to use any African airline, you can use Ethiopian Airlines, you can use Kenya Airlines, you can use Nigeria Airlines, whatever you want. If you want to use Qatari Airlines, UAE Airlines, wherever, we can use whichever. So I'm happy, says Daniel. Saliba made Arsenal defense more organized. That is the one thing, like, I'm so happy this days as well. Like Arteta and Saliba, like sorting out everything. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Like that, coming back to Arsenal, that was very good, man. That was very good. That's like a new signing, just like Smith Rowe is right now. That's like a new signing. That's like a new sign. I think the army. I think the Air Force need to give us like you know those F-15 jets. They need to give us that. That is what you're going to use to go on holiday. Bradley's from Botswana. I appreciate it. Tag Gary Neville for me. It says Arsenal 5, Everton 0. Just 5, Emmanuel. Just 5 goals. Only 5. Trossard is going to score 3. Saka is going to score 2. Where have you taken the goals from Nketiah? And you know Nketiah is the best striker in the league these days. How many is he going to score? My city is red, man. The whole place is red, man. Every is red. So one more thing. Fixtures. Arsenal fixtures. Everton. So we are not playing a Premier League game for the next 2 weeks, so we can enjoy being 5 points ahead for the next 2 weeks. That is good. Happy Valentine's Day. That will take us close to Valentine's Day. Everton against Arsenal will be our next fixture, and then Brentford, and then Man City in the league, and then Aston Villa again, and then Leicester, and then Bournemouth, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Leeds. What? There's like 8 good wins here. Yes, Man City is going to be hard. I'm not just going to say we're going to beat Man City. But apart from Man City here, we're also playing Man City in the FA Cup next week. But apart from that, Everton, Brentford, Aston Villa, Leicester, Bournemouth, Fulham. We should be winning all these games. All of them. All of them we should be winning. I cannot wait to see, man. I cannot wait to see. Musa says, don't use Uganda Airlines. You'll run out of fuel. Sorry, any Ugandans watching. No, Arteta usually carries his own fuel, and these guys themselves, they are all fuel. Like the energy they have, this is all what you can see on screen. This is all fuel. All of them have energy to run that plane. All of them have that energy to run that plane. Marcus Rashford coming to squad the Emirates Stadium. Saka is better than you, bro. 3-2 against Man United. We've beaten Man United. We've beaten Tottenham. What a win. What an amazing win. I'm very happy Monday. I share the same feeling. Tariku, I absolutely share the same feeling. What a win. Now, guess what? There's someone else who was on the pitch. Our new signing from Spezia was on the pitch. Was in the stadium. Sorry. Will I ever catch his name? Goodness me. Jakub Kiwior. That's his name, right? Yeah, Jakub Kiwior is his name. He was watching the game. I'm telling you, whatever he's watched today, he cannot wait to get started. You cannot wait. He cannot wait to get started. Fiki from Uganda, feel on top of the world. Erling Haaland can score however many goals he wants. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with Odegaard scoring 10, Saka scoring 10, Martinelli scoring 10. That is enough for us. I'm quite happy with that. Julius says, what a game. Arsenal is going to do marvelous if this squad is maintained, and at least we have 3 gods players on each number. That good depth. Kudos to the Gunners. I agree, Julio. And is it Julio or Julio? We need to, the players we have right now, it's scary. Why? Because this is the first season Saliba and Gabriel are playing together. This is also, Saka is young, very young. Martinelli is very young. Smith Rowe is very young. Like, I can just imagine, like, when Saka and Smith Rowe and Martinelli and all these guys get to 25 and 26, I think we'll be going for our 3rd Champions League by then. So, super game from the Gunners. Now, you know what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to go and enjoy Man United tears. I'm going to do that. That is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go and laugh at Man United fans for the next 2 hours. Let's just get that 6 point before Man City game. Either we win or Man City draw. The other thing I haven't liked is Man City playing before us, because when they play before us, like since we last played, before we played today, they played against Tottenham and also played today. So they got 6 points before we played, and they got to 2 points behind us. So I usually prefer if we play fast. So next time, if we play fast actually. When you play Everton, that will be the first game on that Saturday against Everton. Actually, we are playing against Man City this Friday. It's not going to be on the weekend. We're going to play against Man City on the Friday. And then the next week, we're going to play Everton on the first game of the Saturday. If we win that game, we're going to be 8 points ahead of Man City. Keep it going. What a game, says Richard, for sure. Can I know our top scorer right now and my netted too? My netted, Fafa, to be honest, I don't really check small teams, so I'm not really bothered about my United. I don't really care about small teams and what they have to do. Arsenal, I can check for you right now. We can check. So many players are scoring that I can't even lie to you that I know who is Arsenal's top scorer. We are doing so well. I can also check my FPL because I'm pretty sure I have Odegaard and Martinelli. Things you'll have to see. Let's see. We need to win. If we win one match against Man City. So let me ask you final question. Next week, we are playing FA Cup against Man City. Would you be sad if we lost that game against Man City, or would you look at it like, nah, we are focusing on the Premier League and Europa League this season. I don't care about the FA Cup this season. Or do you want Arsenal to win all 3 trophies? Let's go and beat Man City next week. How are you looking at that game? I'm going to answer your question right now, Fafa, just a moment. I know so many of our players have scored so many goals to the point that we don't even know. I think Odegaard is our top scorer, though. I'm not sure about the number of goals. See, thank you for all the comments, man. I appreciate it. Whenever we go for 1 hour, 30 minutes, we are very happy. That is how we know we are very happy. Benita, thank you. What's up with Liverpool, Benita? What's up with Liverpool? Montari Ali, I appreciate you being here. No going back, says Ade. Mudrik can't stop crying. I've not seen him smiling, man. I'm sure it's just tears looking at Arsenal playing well. I'm confident that we shall be going forward in every game. Let me first enjoy that. So we're almost there. Arsenal top scorers. We need to win the FA Cup. Dennis, I don't think we need. We want to win, but not need. We don't need to win it. If there's a season which I don't really mind about being eliminated, it's this one. And it's also Man City. But if you can beat Man City, then Chelsea is also not there. Liverpool is also playing against Brighton away. They're going to lose. If we win that game, there's no one who's going to stop us there as well. The FA Cup is enough. We should focus on the league and the Europa League. So Isaac is happy with focusing on the league and the Europa League. Arsenal top scorers. So I think we're there. Sort by goals. So to answer your question, Wefafa, Odegaard has 8 goals in the Premier League. Saka has 7. Martinelli has 7. Jesus has 5. Nketiah has 4. Xhaka has 3. You know what? Trossard did not play for us, but Trossard has 7. He's now our player, so I'm going to count his goals as well. Trossard is another one of our top scorers. He has 7 goals. Fabio Vieira has scored as well. Nelson has scored twice. Even Thomas Partey has scored twice. Saliba has scored twice. Gabriel has scored twice. This is too good, man. This is so good. So our top scorers, Odegaard with 8, and then Saka, Martinelli, Trossard with 7. So that is good. Everyone is contributing. And not only that, in case you're just joining and you didn't see this stat, just read that. 4 Arsenal players have now provided 5 assists in the Premier League this season. The most we had in the 2020-2021 season was Willian with 5. I'll also confirm the assists, but these are kind of FPL assists, so some of them are usually rebounds from the goalkeeper. So some of them could be wrong. But Saka has 8 assists. Saka has 7 goals and 8 assists. Like, give this guy a contract right now. Odegaard has 6 assists. Xhaka has 5. I think Martinelli has 4. Trossard has 3. Even Ben White has 2 assists. Even Tomiyasu has 1. Saliba has 1. Zinchenko has an assist. Jesus had 6 assists. I'm getting sick checking this because I'm like, this team is too good, so I'm not going to check anymore. This is our season, says Kenneth. It really looks like that, Kenneth. It really looks like we've been through a lot, man. We've been through a lot. I've been talking for 1 hour, 30 minutes straight. I need to drink water. Idrissa says this is the Arsenal that we know. Europa League and Premier League enough, says Carrera. So we have 1,800 likes on Facebook. That is crazy. I appreciate it. Let me check on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. It got like 800 of you. I'm happy with Zinchenko celebration, fellow Gunners. What does that mean? It means he's one of us, Richard. It means that he believes in what we are doing. It means that he's going to be a back-to-back Premier League winner with Man City and then Arsenal. It means that Arsenal are the best team in the Premier League. It means that Arsenal are better than Man United. It means that Nketiah is absolutely fantastic. It means that Arsenal is going to be in the Champions League next season. It means that Arsenal have a team full of stars. It means that Arteta is the best manager in the world. It means that Edu is the best director in the world. You know what? It even means that Stan Kroenke is the best owner in the world. Can you imagine that? It means a lot of things, Richard. It really does mean a lot of things. Guys, there's something else. What a team, says Timothy, 100%. What a game. I am going to go watch all these guys right now. All the Man United fans in tears. Let's go and watch them. If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure to go and subscribe on YouTube. That is Everything Arsenal on YouTube. I don't know if I can put the link. I don't think I put it, but just search for Everything Arsenal on YouTube. Make sure to follow there. And if you're watching elsewhere, Twitter, anywhere else, YouTube, Everything Arsenal, Facebook as well, Everything Arsenal, Twitter as well. Just search for Everything Arsenal. If you want to follow me personally, Glen Kightley on Twitter. Let's go and laugh at my United fans. Let's go and do exactly that. So happy, guys. 3-2 against Man United. Come on, you Gunners. We are going to win the league. Can you imagine? Let's go.